He has been called a visionary, a genius, a menace, and a savior. He's the world's richest man, the owner of X, the architect of the electric vehicle revolution, and the man who wants to die on Mars, just not on impact. But who is Elon Musk really? Is he the modern-day Tony Stark, or a chaotic engineer playing with the levers of reality? Today, we're peeling back the layers on the man who is actively trying to rewrite the future of humanity. From a bullied kid in Pretoria to the master of Twitter, this is the complete history of Elon Musk. Elon Reeve Musk was born in 1971 in Pretoria, South Africa. His father, Errol, was an engineer. His mother, May, was a model and nutritionist. By all accounts, Elon's childhood wasn't a fairy tale. He was an introverted, precocious kid who read encyclopedias until he finished them. At age 12, he taught himself BASIC and coded a video game called Blastar, selling it for $500. It wasn't just a game. It was his first taste of the power of technology. But life at home and school was difficult. Elon has spoken openly about being severely bullied, once ending up in the hospital after being thrown down a flight of stairs. At 17, seeking a path to the American dream, he moved to Canada to avoid South African military conscription, eventually making his way to the University of Pennsylvania. He was double majoring in physics and economics, a combination that would later become the bedrock of his first principles thinking. After dropping out of a PhD program at Stanford after just 2 days, Elon smelled the internet gold rush. He teamed up with his brother Kimball to launch Zip2, essentially an online yellow pages for newspapers. In 1999, Compaq bought Zip2 for over $300 million. Elon walked away with $22 million. Most 27-year-olds would have retired. Elon? He doubled down. He poured his money into X.com, an online banking startup. This would eventually merge with a competitor to form PayPal. When eBay acquired PayPal for $1.5 billion in 2002, Elon's take was $165 million. He was now a multimillionaire, but the safe path was no longer an option. He was looking at the stars. Most people think Elon Musk founded Tesla. He didn't. He joined as an early investor in 2004. But his real passion was space. He founded SpaceX with one goal: making humanity multiplanetary. The mid-2000s were a disaster. SpaceX's first 3 rocket launches ended in explosions. At the same time, Tesla was struggling to build the Roadster. Then came 2008. The financial crisis hit. SpaceX was down to its final rocket launch, and Tesla was weeks away from running out of cash. Elon was essentially broke. He had to borrow money from friends just to pay his rent. He recalls this as the darkest time of his life. But in September 2008, the Falcon 1 reached orbit. A week later, NASA awarded SpaceX a $1.6 billion contract. Simultaneously, he secured funding for Tesla. He didn't just survive, he emerged as the primary player in 2 of the most difficult industries on Earth. Once the survival phase ended, the expansion began. Tesla's Model S proved that electric cars could be fast and desirable. The company's stock soared, turning Elon into a centibillionaire. But Elon wasn't satisfied. He launched the Boring Company to solve traffic with underground tunnels, Neuralink to bridge the human brain with AI, and helped found OpenAI to ensure artificial intelligence wouldn't destroy us, though he later left and became one of its most vocal critics. Every one of these companies follows his first principles philosophy. Break a problem down to its fundamental truths and rebuild it from scratch, ignoring how things have always been done. Then came 2022, the $44 billion question. Elon bought Twitter, now X, arguing that it was the digital town square essential to democracy. What followed was a total upheaval of the tech landscape, massive layoffs, the return of banned accounts, and a complete shift in the platform's business model. It hasn't been smooth sailing. From his battles with regulators to his polarizing political stances, Musk has become a lightning rod for global controversy. Critics argue he's distracted, erratic, and dangerous. Supporters see him as a champion of free speech and a necessary disruptor. One thing is certain: he no longer just influences the news, he is the news. So, what is the end game for Elon Musk? Is it simply to make money? No, he's already done that. His stated goals remain consistent: the transition to sustainable energy via Tesla and the colonization of Mars via SpaceX. Critics might call him a chaotic visionary, but to ignore his impact on the 21st century would be impossible. He has forced the global auto industry to go electric, brought the cost of space travel down by an order of magnitude, and sparked a global conversation about the existential risks of AI. Whether you love him or hate him, Elon Musk has bet everything on his belief that humanity's future is worth fighting for. As the rockets continue to fly and the factories continue to hum, the world keeps watching. Because with Elon, the only thing you can predict is that you won't be able to predict what happens next. Thanks for watching. What do you think is Elon's greatest achievement and his biggest mistake? Let us know in the comments below, and don't forget to subscribe for more deep dives into the people changing our world.